Hello, Graybeard here, and welcome to the channel. I'm gonna put together the new ride. It's an Amyet S8 dual motor, all-wheel drive. Anyways, I hope you like this video, and if you do, please hit that like button. Comment, good or bad, it all helps. Every interaction helps, and I can use the help. But anyways, we're gonna get this together, and yeah, there's a couple of bashes on it, but as you look inside there, hopefully you can see what I'm trying to lay down here. Everything seems to be wrapped in foam. There's a couple holes over here. I don't know if something poked out. Looks like something poked out from inside. I don't know what's there. Maybe the axle to the rear tire. But anyways, I'll put it on time lapse and we'll cut her open and everything, and then get back with you. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I just wanted to show something real quick. Now, when you order these bikes, you got to be, you got to resign yourself to understanding that there will be sometimes scratches and stuff. They're wee bitty, but they're scratches nonetheless. Now here's the stupid part. This is what I wanted to show you. They trapped this tire in here with this crank. Well, the crank rubs on the wheel, so you got some scratches there. That could have been prevented. Anyways, I wanted to show you that. That's why I stopped the time lapse. And at first I couldn't tell it was actually green. That's what I ordered. I ordered green. There's black and green, and I wanted the green. So I already got two black bikes. And I thought that the green looked pretty cool. But the way they make it look in the pictures, they make it look like it's shiny, but it's actually a satin or flat green. But it still looks pretty cool. I like it, and it's got the nice shocks. I mean, these are adjustable. Yeah, these are nicer than the shocks on the Polarna, and it's in the ballpark. It's in between the Jansno price and the Polarna. It's a little closer to the Polarna price, but still in the middle. It's like $100 or so cheaper than the Polarna. All said and done, shipped to your door, all that. And about two something more than the Jansno, but it's a bigger battery than the Polarna. It's a 26 amp hour. The Polarna is a 22 and a half. The Jansno is a 14. So this one, couple more amp hours, and it would be literally twice as big as the Jansno battery as far as capacity. If it was 2800, it would be, 28 amp hour, it'd be literally twice the capacity as the Jansno. But there's a motor on the front and the back, so it's going to use that power quicker if we use the front motor a lot, which we probably will. Oh, Anywho, yeah, I wanted to show you that. I need to figure out how to get this out without scratching that wheel even more. And these bikes, the tires are flat. Now, I heard a lot of people complaining about the Jansno, about being able to get the tires seated. And if you watched any of my tire swapping videos, I did a tire swap on the Jansno and the Polarna X01. And you just got to be careful when you put them on and make sure they seat. This stripe will help you, like when you're looking at it, if at one point the stripe is closer, you need to pop it down and you can work it. While it's soft, you just air it up just a little bit, work it a little bit, air it up a little bit more, until you get it to where it looks pretty good and you can just pump it the rest of the way up. But I'm trying to get this tire out without messing anything up. And here's the plug to this. It looks okay, but it was supposed to have a cover on it. Here's this cover that's supposed to protect this. It was way up like this and just like that. Yeah, that's another thing about when you order bikes like this. Attention to detail is not their biggest priority. They just want to hurry up and get it in the box and get it out. Money, money, money. Because with these bikes, they're cheaper. Not to say they're terrible, because I've had good luck out of the Jansno and the Polarna so far. I haven't had any real troubles. And I don't expect to have any out of this. I've seen good reviews. I've seen video reviews on it, and they seem to go pretty well. It's been going pretty good so far, everything I've seen. And the headlight's a little different. So yeah, the headlights on the other two are basically the same headlight. And the screen's totally different. Screen on all three of them's totally different from one another. I'm gonna have to carve that out to put my mirrors on. I've already got my mirrors. But anywho, for the most part, it's looking pretty solid. It's just gotta, like I say, and the bash on the box lines up right here. And the way it's like pushed in is like something came at this direction. So you would think something over here would have been scuffed up. I don't know where them scratches could have came before it ever left China. But yeah, I don't think it came from that box getting bashed. And where was that other scratch? Oh, right here. Now that may have came from that. And if that's all the damage we got from that, then I'm good with that. Looking at the way that box was bashed up. See if we can. I was hoping to back this bike up a little bit. It's locked up though. Let's see. You can't see all of what I'm doing here. Boop, boop. Razor blade. I don't know if that's why it wouldn't roll. There's one on the other side too, which I guess is a good thing. Yeah, and right where that rear axle is where it came out of where I showed you them holes on the other side of the box. But it wasn't the axle that did it. It was the derailleur guard, which I might have to look at that and make sure it ain't bent in too much or something from it. And here's your free, probably worthless pump. Yeah, I got one free with the, this is the front fender. The front fender was zip tied with the pump onto the back fender. These look like the fenders I bought, but it come with an extra. And this is like really right up against the shock. No, it ain't. Both of them. Yeah. Yeah, now they're not touching. Yeah, they're, like I say, attention to detail is not their biggest strength. They had this zip tied and wrapped in foam. Let's see if I can hold it. That's why I put the handlebars up. I didn't want them dangling around and scratching. In fact, that could be where that came from, was something off the handlebars. Here's your keys. And that actually could have been what scratched it. The paint on these aren't like, it's not powder coated or nothing. It's just regular old paint. Couldn't tell you the brand or nothing. In fact, they probably don't know it. But the bike itself is pretty nice. I like it. I'm just hoping that I dropped my key that I got from Alvin. Oh. Oop. As soon as I get these wheels on here, I can put her on a kickstand and not worry about it. The keys look very similar. I guess I have to, no, the kickstand's already on it. I was trying to find my keys. There's 2 keys, and I think it's only to the battery. Yeah. Let me see if I can put this back over here so I can show you. This is the key to the battery of the Jansno. Yeah. Now, here's the Jansno key. Here's the Amyet keys. Basically the same key. Different numbers though, they're not keyed the same. But the key to the ignition of the Jansno is its own little thing, at least compared to the Amyet. But I was going to start the video of, have you seen Amy yet? Well, there she is. Oh. Yeah, I hate the way they put that in with the freaking cranks, the wheel. That's the only thing I really hate. This is like really wedged in here. This needs tightened up. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know which one fits it. Right here. Let's try. Nope. It's the 4. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking bike, I think. I like to look at the frame. It's right in there with the Jansno and the Polarna. That's why I put it up against that garage door so it couldn't fall over. It should be pretty darn straight, but before we ride, we'll make sure. I just want to get it good and tight so it don't move. I want to move, like pull away from it, and it just wanted to swing around. Just want to make sure. That ought to do it for now. Like I say, I want to, calibrate it in, and they're hydraulic brakes. Something just fell. I hope it wasn't something broke. I don't see nothing that looks broke. Trying to hold on to the tire. Still, like I say, it's jammed in there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I do not like these factory tires. As y'all should know, I've already swapped out the ones off the other 2. And these look just as, what do you call it? Here's where it got packed in there. Look how Looks like a racing slick that got like he's taken off and the sidewall curls. Yeah, there's no structure to that tire whatsoever. But it's still a slick looking bike. So far, and the brakes and everything look flashy. Of course, that don't really matter the most. What matters is how they work. Yeah, they got everything wrapped so tight on some of this stuff. I want to cut the foam off of the crank and put a little line on it. So that's actually my fault. I should have been a little more careful. Attention. They didn't, like I say, attention to detail. That's not their strong suit. But my biggest worry is something busted, and always cut away from the paint the best you can. And like when you're right here, you can just lightly cut the tape. Don't go all the way through the foam. It's a sharp little bike. Basically, all I got to do now is get the front wheel on, plugged up. Oh, I heard something fall. It's an Allen bolt. Now I got to figure out where it came from, because I have no clue. It could be extra. But yeah, when you get these bikes, always go over every nut and bolt and make sure it's snug, because in the process, all the way from China, they could leave some of them loose. But yeah, throw it down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the color. It's a Amyet S8. The S6 is supposed to be 52 volts. And about the seat, I like that seat, and it's already on there. Pretty cool. Yeah, I got to resituate everything on here the way I want it. But yeah, it's got your turn signals. Of course, it's only on the back. Like this is like the rear tail light of the Jansno. It's pretty much identical. The headlight's different, like I say. It is different. The Jansno and the Polarnas is exactly alike, but this one's, like I say, it's got a halo. And the Jansno and Polarna looks like it has a halo on it. I can't get you down far enough. But this halo actually comes on. I don't like that chrome crap in the middle, but it is what it is. Good looking bike, I think. I'm very happy with it. You always check over your rotors and everything and make sure they're not bent. And yeah, I'll get back with you as soon as I get the tires straight. Like I say, you just got to work them around the wheel and make sure that line is fairly even. And you can even use, there's usually like little line on the tire that'll be like right outside the rim of the wheel, and you can usually line them up and get it straight. And then if it wobbles a little bit once you ride it, you can get back on it and get back off of it and loosen the tire up, let the air out and adjust it some more until you get it right. That's the only thing about these cheap tires. Of course, you might have to do that with the more expensive ones. I don't know, but I'll get back with you. Yeah, overall, this is the least pristine out of the whole bunch. But that being said, let's see. There was something over here, I thought. Oh, that's right. I had to bend this out. This is where the two holes on that one side of the box was right here. That's what pushed outside that box was these two corners here. As you can see, the paint's missing there. And this was bent in, so I put some foam around it and tried not to scratch it any more than I had to, and bent this back out. And then, but like I say, other than that, you got this little scratch here. It seemed like it was one, oh yeah, right there. Little itty bitty ones though. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot worse on these bikes, on people, on the reviews. They'll put pictures of it. This one guy had, I need to adjust that still. But yeah, that's about where I want it. Other than that, everything else is pretty cool. I set that, it was kind of over to the side and way up. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think. I'm digging the color. I'm glad I picked green. Otherwise, it would have been black like that, but probably flatter like that, because this looks like more of a satin. It's got a little sheen to it. This is more of a flat. And it looks fine. I was hoping it was shiny though. I was expecting it to be shiny. Oh, see that goofiness right there? I don't know what they was thinking, but they screwed it up. I'm gonna have to attend to that. And look, strip the screw out. Strip the screw out. Hopefully, yeah, see how this one's tightened all the way like that. And this one's got that big old gap, and then that thing's not around the bar like it should be. Yeah, that's why I say you got to go over every nut and bolt. But I can show you this. Let me, I guess I got to loosen the screw. Can't see if you know. Yeah, you can't see what I'm trying to show you, y'all. Yeah, there we go. I believe you can see what I'm trying to show you. The battery's loose on here, so hopefully nothing happens. Boop. Oh yeah, here's what the color display looks like. Well, it turned right back off. Let me take the key. That's not the right key. I think I put it in my pocket. Yeah, I did. Turning the key right here. Okay. It should be locked in. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to have to tighten that mount down or something. The whole mount's wobbling like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Anyways, that should be. There we go. Can't see it as well it's very bright in here. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Now you can see the display better. It's got some color to it. It's more like that one, but still different. But anywho's, let's turn the brights back on. And then I dropped my keys. My Jan's no keys. Anywho's, get you set up again. Check out the front tire. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Yeah, she all-wheel drive and it works. I need to address that battery, because that battery's heavy. They should definitely have a darn good way to mount that good and solid. Yeah, let me turn that off. Yeah, got the pedals on it, fender on it. Oh, this was in the front brake to keep them from touching, I guess. I don't know why. But yeah, Anytime you put one of these bikes together, loosen the mount bolts to your caliper, squeeze your brake, and then hold the brake while you tighten the mount bolts on front and rear. And that'll center your brake as best as possible. They're not completely, perfectly centered, but they're as centered as they're going to be. Yeah, like I say, these bikes are not the fanciest, not the most expensive, high quality or whatever, but they're good. These two, if you watch my channel, the Jansno and the Polarna, and this is something you can, it shows them in the picture with it mounted right here. One guy mounted it up in there somehow. I'm not mounting it. One day I might. Oh, that's my sawhorse. Not sawhorse, but saw table for that I got. I got a video on that too. It's pretty solid. But yeah, like I say, it's dark and wet. Been raining, and I don't want to do that in the rain. I'll go over everything and check everything out. Got the handlebars good and centered, straight with the tire. You line your little gooseneck up with your tire as straight as you can get it. And I always go by this right here, how they line up with the top of the forks. You can tell they're pretty well dead on. Yeah, I gotta look at that battery mount, because that I did not like that. Nah, we don't like that. But yeah, I'll get back with you when we do the ride. Yeah, I got out here to ride the bike and show you the just abouts up, but I want to tighten them forks down. That's the only thing I didn't check until I got on the road. But we're going to do a little quick check. I don't think it'll hurt it. It's just one motor. There we go. Takes off just about like the other two. Yeah, the battery. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the battery mount. But here's normal, right? Dual motor. Getting 31 already. 32, 33. Yeah, it's a beast. I'm getting a slight bit of wobble from the tires, which I expected. Yeah, she's a beast. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do them. I have to fix them forks. This screen on the bike, I can't see it that well. Maybe I need to figure out how to change the brightness or something. We're doing 30 around this curve. 32 up a hill. Yeah, we're getting some wobble from these worthless tires. It won't be long, we'll get that taken care of. 33 up a hill. Guess we're going into the wind. That's something though, we're doing 32 up a hill. So that means we could probably go faster. Probably shouldn't do this with a loose fork. Oh. Maybe it just, there's 34. I heard one guy say you could get 35 out of it. This front tire, I think, is the one with the most wobble. I hate this forks are loose. I don't want to ride it too long like that. Don't want to mess up. Nope. It's best to take off in single motor. Yeah, there you go, buddy. You can get out of my way. Yeah, a single motor is a little more gentle. She get the dual motor. She wants to bite and go. Get straightened out over here, and as both motors, yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, she's a beast. A little rough around the edges, but it's a beast. Yeah, I wished I'd have checked over the forks. Whoa, I keep forgetting. That's something I'm gonna have to get used to, is clicking it back to A to take off gently, because it's gonna wear that front tire out. I'm not worried about these crappy ones they come with, but I wanna, save one of the good ones I end up putting on it. Yeah, something else sounds loose back here when you, what am I hearing? That might be these. That's the rotor making that noise when I do that. But yeah, get the little bugs worked out of it. And she'll be a beast. So we already hit 34 mile an hour on flat. Yeah, we'll take a good ride on it after I go over it again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something for that freaking battery mount though. I do not like that. And they shouldn't have been happy with that. You shouldn't send a $1,000 bike out, because you're making some of your money off the shipping. I like a halo though. I don't like the chrome crap in the middle. But yeah, that is unacceptable, Amyet. Other than that, it's a beast. I like the style of the frame. Get some mirrors on it. Be like little mirrors on that one. Got the box right over here. This is what it looks like. But it's the same mirrors as right here. I done pulled them out and looked. But yeah, the forks were, right here. It's loose right here. So I need to take the gooseneck off, I guess, and figure out how I'm gonna tighten it up. I've never messed with these motorcycle style forks, and see how the handlebars are pushed forward slightly. I went to take off on a ride earlier, which didn't turn out very well. So I went to take off, and The handlebars come back like this. Oh, so I had to bring her back. Dang it. But yeah, she's a beast. And stay tuned for the next ride, because the next one will be a little more thorough. Yeah, I hope we have good luck out of this one. This one makes me worry a little bit. I've had more little bugs in it, you know. But we'll see. We'll see if she's a good bike or not. And hopefully you liked this video. And if you did, please hit that like button. Comment, comment, comment. Like, share, share, share. Helps a feller out, like especially a little channel like mine. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.